यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीर वनचारी यमुनातीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीर वनचारी यमुनातीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe Jayo Radha Krishna Chandra Radha Krishna Chandra Shri Radhe Jayo Gaurangi Bangaloreshwar Gaurangi Bangaloreshwar Shri Radhe Jagannatha Baladeva Subhadra Mai Jaya Sudarshan Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Ananta Dev Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Ananta Dev Jayo Nitai Chaitanya Jayo Nitai Chaitanya Nitai Chaitanya Jayo Nitai Chaitanya जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाराचार्य अष्टोत्तर शब्द अभय चरणारविंद ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन संस्थापक आचार्य बीबीटी संस्थापक आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाराचार्य अष्टोत्तर शब्द भाशील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गुरु प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शील हरिदास ठाकुर जी की जय। प्रेम से कहिए जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। गंगा मैया की जय। यमुना मैया की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री ब्रजमंडल वृंदावन धाम की जय। मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। अयोध्या धाम की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So welcome all for this Tuesday class from ISKCON Seshadripuram. And we are going to discuss on the verse number Canto 4, Chapter 12, verse number 19 and 20. So the title is Dhruv Maharaj goes back to Godhead. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayarmudirayet Nashtiprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagvat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtuki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So I take it on the screen, the shloka. Okay. Okay. So the verse number 19 we'll recite first and then we'll go to the 20th. Sadadarsha Vimanagryam Nabso Avatarada Dhruva Vibhajaya Drasha Disho Raka Patime Ivoditam सदृदश्य विमानाग्रम नभसो अवर्ताद ध्रुवः विभाराज्यत विभाजयद दृश दिशो राकापतिमे वोदितं सददर्श विमानाग्र्यम् नभसो अवतरद ध्रुव विभाजय दृश दिशो राकापतिमिवो दत्तम. Synonyms, translation and purport by Krishna Kripamurti Abhay Charnarvin, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada जी के द्वारा. Srila Prabhupada की जय. Saha, he, Dadarsha, saw, Viman, an airplane, Agrayam, very beautiful, Nabhasha, from the sky, Avatarat, descending, Dhruva, Dhruv Maharaj, Vibra Jayat, Vibra Jayat, illuminating, Dasha, 10, Disha, directions, Raka Patim, the full moon, Iva, like, Uditam, visible. Translation: as soon as the symptoms of his liberation were manifest, he saw a very beautiful airplane coming down from the sky, as if the brilliant full moon were coming down, illuminating all the 10 directions. Purport. There are different levels of acquired knowledge. Direct knowledge, knowledge received from authorities, transcendental knowledge, knowledge beyond the senses, key, uh, and finally, spiritual knowledge. When one surpasses the stage of acquiring knowledge by descending process, he is immediately situated on the transcendental platform. Dhruv Maharaj, being liberated from the material concept of life, was situated in transcendental knowledge and could perceive the presence of a transcendental airplane, which was as brilliant as the full moon light. This is not possible in the stages of direct or indirect perception of knowledge. Such knowledge is a special favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One can, however, rise to this platform of knowledge by the gradual process of advancing in devotional service or Krishna consciousness. The next text number 20 will read. तत्रानुदेव प्रवरो तत्रानुदेव प्रवरो चतुर्भुजो श्यामो किशोरावरुणाम्बुजो भुजे क्षणो सिताववत्सृष्ट्य गदां सुवाससो किरीटहाराङ्ग दच्चारुकुण्डलो तत्रानुदेव प्रवरो चतुर्भुजो श्यामो किशोरा वरुणाम्बुजो भुजे क्षणो स्थिताववष्ट्यभ्य गदां सुवाससो किरीटहाराङ्गदचारुकुण्डलो तत्रानुदेव प्रवरो चतुर्भुजो श्यामो किशोरावरुणाम्बुजे क्षणो स्थिताववष्ट्यभ्य गदां सुवाससो किरीटहाराङ्गदचारुकुण्डलो. Synonyms, translation and purport by Krishna Kripamurti Abhay Charnarvin देसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद के द्वारा. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाए. तत्र, there, anu, then, dev, pravaro, two very beautiful demigods, chatu bhujo, with four arms, shamo, blackish, kishoro, quite young, aruna, reddish, ambuja, lotus flower, ikshonu, with eyes, sthito, situated, avashtabhya, holding, gadam, clubs, suvashasho, sorry, with nice garments, kirita, helmets, har, necklace, angad, bracelets, charu, beautiful, kundalo with earrings. Translation. Dhruv Maharaj saw two very beautiful associates of Lord Vishnu in the plain. They had four hands and a blackish bodily luster. They were very beautiful and their eyes were just like reddish lotus flowers. They held clubs in their hands and they were dressed in very attractive garments with helmets and were decorated with necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. Purport. The inhabitants of Vishnu Loka are of the same bodily feature as Lord Vishnu, and they also hold club, conch shell, lotus flower, and disc. In this verse, it is distinctly stated that they had four hands and were nicely dressed. The description of their bodily decorations corresponds exactly to that of Vishnu. So, the two uncommon personalities who descended from the airplane came directly from Vishnu Loka or the planet where Lord Vishnu lives. Okay, thus ends the purport. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी Hare Krishna. So welcome again to all the devotees who in this Bhagavatam class, and I pray for the to all of you uh, so that I am able to glorify the Lord and the Lord's devotees, Mahabhagavat Dhruv Maharaj. And this pastime of Dhruv Maharaj is coming to an end in Srimad Bhagavatam. And we are seeing that the title is Dhruv Goes Back to Godhead. So before this, how it happens is Dhruv Maharaj goes to forest, he gets the blessings of the Lord, he comes back, he rules for so many years. Then one day his brother goes to Yaksha's place, Himalayas, and then he gets killed. He again takes the revenge. Dhruv Maharaj tries to take revenge to the Yakshas, and then Swayambhu Manu comes, he tries to persuade to stop war, and then Dhruv Maharaj gets convinced and he stops war. And now in this chapter, beginning, Kuver, the principal deity of that Yakshas, he comes and then he asks for the benediction, and Dhruv Maharaj
asks only one thing. He doesn't ask anything which is material in nature, but the transcendental thing, that I have unflinching faith and remembrance of the Supreme Lord, by which one can easily cross the unsurpassable nescience. So he wants, and then Kuber also blesses him with this benediction, and then Dhruv Maharaj rules for 36,000 years as he in the entire Bhumandala. So not just Bharatvarsh, but entire Bhumandala. And thereafter, one day he rules with dharma. Uh, so all these dharma he rules, and then he is not into material uh, platform. So Dhruv Maharaj one day realizes that his son is now mature enough to take care of the kingdom. He tries to go to the Badrikashram. He leaves everything, and then, not that his senses uh, got dull, and he got retired tired from the bodily senses, and therefore he decided to retire. But he was in his prime youth. I mean, he was as powerful as in the beginning of the youth. So in the purport, Prabhupada writes, it may sound that he was pretty old with 36,000, but since it was Satyuga, he could rule for 36. I mean, it's at the age of 36 years, kind of our understanding, because in Kali Yuga, the life is maximum up to 100 years, whereas in Satyuga, it used to be 100,000 years. So 36,000 is equivalent to 36 years of this age. Now, in this, after that, in Badrikashram, he performs Ashtanga Yoga, because he had practiced this uh, even in the Madhuvan, where he prayed to the Lord after getting instructions from the Narad Muni, and he performed so many austerities. Within 6 months, he could realize the Narayana, the have darshan, direct darshan of the Lord. So he performs this Ashtanga Yoga. So there is a process in Bhagavad Gita also, the Dhyan Yoga, sixth chapter, and he attained again the bhava stage. So in the previous verse, the symptoms of his ecstatic nature were described, that with constant bhakti, because he was through Ashtanga Yoga, not the yoga practice. He was performing devotional services. So he had the symptoms like incessant tears of bliss, melting of the heart, hair standing on the end, forgetting his bodily existence, and freedom from the subtle body. So, subtle body, Prabhupada described very detailed way, that what is that subtle freedom from the subtle body, Mukta Linga. So, in this gross body, the bodily changes happen because of the changes in the subtle body. Subtle body changes, that means the state of mind changes, state of intellect changes. In the boyhood, the level of intellect is different. In the youth, it is different, and in the mature age, it is different. And then likewise, it changes, keeps on changing, and our body changes. But after that, the transmigration happens with the subtle body. But when the Mahabhagavats, they attain the liberation, then they are also Muktalinga. They are free from the subtle body as well. So they attain a spiritual body, entirely different body, and which is there in the Vaikuntha Loka. So our spiritual planets do not have any any amount of physical body, material body. It's all 100% spiritual body because we are living with the Lord, and Lord is also 100% spiritual. So we are spiritualized 100%. Then only we qualify to enter into the spiritual platform. Now, with this, the this particular verse, Prabhupada says, as soon as we read the translation again, as soon as the symptoms of his liberation were manifest, he saw a very beautiful airplane coming down from the sky as if the brilliant full moon were coming down, illuminating all the 10 directions. So, this is the stage wherein a devotee can perceive the things which are not seen by ordinary eyes or the senses, ordinary senses. Because Prabhupada writes there are different levels of acquired knowledge. Direct knowledge, which is through our senses. So there are five types of knowledge which is acquired. Direct knowledge, knowledge received from authorities, transcendental knowledge, knowledge beyond the senses, and finally the spiritual knowledge. So we see that in the um, I mean, the whole material world believes only on most of the, I mean, majority believes only in our senses. So people believe what they see, but our senses are imperfect. And in the lecture in London, which is available in the Sri Ishopanishad uh, book from Srila Prabhupada, that in London he gave a lecture. Uh, so in that he described, which is available in the Sri Ishopanishad as introduction. So in that Prabhupada has described that various types of knowledge is acquired by people, but the ordinarily our senses are imperfect. We have four defects. So four defects are we are our senses are imperfect. We are illusion, and we are we make mistakes because our senses are imperfect. Are illusion, and because of illusion we make mistakes, and because of the mistakes we make, we try to defend them by through cheating propensity, because we have a cheating propensity also. So all these four defects are there in the all jivas, humans. Now because of this, we our since our senses are imperfect, our direct perception is not correct. We cannot see many things which are very small in nature. We need some extra apparatus for seeing. Even in the clouds, also beyond clouds, we cannot see the sun also. So even across the wall, we cannot see. So our senses, even certain frequencies which animals can hear, we are unable to make a sense of that. So direct knowledge is the at the lowest level of acquiring any knowledge. Whereas in the whole material world, we see that the science or the philosophers, they all propagate that direct whatever is seeing is believing. That is the norm, and that culture is coming experimental knowledge. We'll do some tests, then only we'll believe. But experiments through imperfect equipment or imperfect senses, Prabhupada used to say that whatever experiments you perform, since you are imperfect, and these even the products made by imperfect senses or imperfect people are also imperfect, so we do not believe this, need not be believed. Maybe some extent they are true, but they are true within certain limits. So it is not for the across the range, it is the some principles apply. They have certain limits. Within that, this rule will apply. So that's why so many theories keep coming one after the other. And then there is a another knowledge acquisition acquiring process, which is acquired through indirect methods. Like people read newspaper, or somebody else has seen it, so because of that we believe. Like with our senses we have not seen America, then we don't believe. But this is written in some books or through Google, we perceive that this is what it is. So that is aprathyaksh praman. Pratyaksh praman and aprathyaksh praman. Then third one is a aparoksh anuman praman. Like we keep giving hypothesis that okay, if we see that Darwin's theory that human beings came from evolving the the cycles, and then we came from monkeys, but that is only maybe he has seen only few things, and then based on that he propounded a hypothesis, and then um, tried to prove that, but which is not in shastras. So scriptures knowledge is the first and foremost knowledge which we should be believing, because there are otherwise contradictions. So scriptural knowledge is the knowledge coming from authority, because scriptures are written by the authorized representative of the Lord, or rather Shaktyavesh avatar only. Lord himself came as a Vyasadev, and then he compiled all the scriptures, Vedas, Puranas, then Upanishads and Mahabharata. So all these scriptures which are required to lead a good human life, and these are the instructions of the Lord, are compiled by Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of God. Now that Lord gave this knowledge to Brahma after Brahmaji performed so many austerities, tapa, and then he revealed the knowledge through heart. So, Tene Brahma Hriday Adi Kaviye Moyanti Yat Surya. So, that knowledge is authentic, and that is coming from the descending path. There is an ascending path, there is a descending path. So, ascending path will not be a right process to acquire knowledge, because ascending will be again going from our senses only, sense perception, and then we'll be building upon whatever we have seen, whatever the level of exposure we have, we will perceive or sense basis that. And thereafter, it is the transcendental knowledge. So, Sabe Punsa Paro Dharma, which is coming from the Adhokshaja. Adhokshaja. First is like Pratyaksh, Apratyaksh. Everywhere Aksh is there. Aksh is the eyes. And Aparoksh, there also eyes. And Adhokshaja. Adhokshaja means one which is beyond the eyes. Adhokshaja, which is beyond our sense perception. We cannot see. So that knowledge comes only through the devotional service of the spiritual master. And that's the reason Krishna in fourth chapter says, Tadviddi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya updeshanti te mana jnaninam tattva. So because we have to, we cannot acquire that knowledge by reading the Shastras. Even just by reading, if that was possible, then anybody doesn't require any teacher. Like even in material knowledge also, or engineering or medical science or legal, uh, books are available and they are lying in libraries. Then why people cannot be trained as doctor or engineer or legal professional just by reading books, self study? So even in material knowledge, acquiring a material knowledge, you need a teacher or a guide. Then what to think of the spiritual knowledge, which is Guhyam? Hmm? Because uh, this Divya Gyan is not revealed just by reading or by listening, hearing. We have to serve the Lord or the Lord's representative. Then only that knowledge comes to us. So Dhruv Maharaj served the Lord, and through this he could receive that knowledge, and thereby he could perceive the airplane coming down to receive it. Whereas others who were present there or who would be present, we cannot see, because as when uh, when our senses are purified, then only we can, it gets revealed automatically. Like Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Nagrahed Bhayam Indriyo Sevonmukhe hi Jivado Swayameva Spuratyada. So the Krishna's names, quality, pastimes, dham, leela, everything is revealed only when, not through the perception, not through the direct senses. They are revealed only when we have a Sevonmukhi Jivado, when we have the chanted the holy names, and our through holy names we purify our senses, then we see Premanjana Churitam Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokyanti Yam Sham Sundaram Achintya Guna Sarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. So again, Premanjan Churiti, like our, if eyes are anointed with Premanjan, with the ointment of love, then only we can see. Otherwise, we see the Lord's form as made of stone or wood or anything. But those who love, those who perform the loving devotional services to the Lord, they are able to see the Lord as it is, and they have the exchanges also. So even Lord takes this form um, just to facilitate us. He is helping us to see Him in the temples, the Archa Vigraha. So Archa Vigraha are not just the idol. They are not idols. We are not doing idol worship. They are Vigraha. Vigraha meaning they can exchange the emotions, and we can like even the holy name is also Nama Chintamani Rasa Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinatva Nam Namini. Holy name is also Vigraha, but only it is revealed when we have the Shuddha Nam. Then we have those the names, pastimes, the dham, all qualities of the Lord are revealed automatically. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. So through this process, Dhruv Maharaj realized that some airplane is coming down to take him to the Vaikuntha Lok. And now, in the next verse, we see that Nanda and Sunanda, they were the Vishnu Doots um, who came to receive Dhruv Maharaj under the instructions of the Lord himself when Dhruv Maharaj decided to leave this planet. material world. So we here the description of the Doots, that Nanda and Sunanda is given. And the Vishnu Doots also resemble the same Chaturbhuj, because in Vaikuntha, all are Chaturbhuj only. In Dhru, in only in the Golok Vrindavan, there are Dvibhuj Sham Sundar. Then people are also, his associates are also Dvibhuj. But in Vaikuntha's Narayan, they are all holding the Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. So that is there. Even they are bedecked with jewels. Then they are having pitambar, then helmets, necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. So everything is same. Only the Narayan has one distinct thing, which is the Srivatsa Chinna, which is which differentiates from the rest of the Vishnu Loka Vasis. Because Srivatsa is exclusively available with Narayana, because Shivatsa Chinna, which is Lakshmi, resides in Narayan's heart. So that is there. Kaustubh Mani also, they say that this is also a distinct thing. These two distinguishes from the rest of the Vishnu Doj. So when inhabitants of Vishnu Loka are the same bodily features will match. And they, so this is like a Salokya Mukti. We are residing in Vishnu Loka, and same. So in same as the Lord, and we are serving the Lord there. So we are exchanging the various rasas with the Lord. So this is the what came as a to receive the Dhruv Maharaj from the material planet, and we see that it was, we'll see in the future verses, that this loka was specially created because Vishnu Loka, there is a Dhruv Loka, and this is in the, although it is in the this material world, but this loka is Vishnu, Vaikuntha, because Kshirodakshay Vishnu resides close to that, and uh, these two planets never get impacted with the pralaya time. So during even that time, this planet will remain there, and all the planets, like illuminating planets like Sun and the other planets, Jupiter, Mars, etc., Moon, all of them are circumambulating this, even Saptarishi Mandal, and they are circulating in respect, because circumambulation meaning giving respect to the Lord, or the devotee of the Lord. So that's how this knowledge got transferred. Even we see one shloka which is in the Shrimad Bhagavatam, that Yasya Deve Tatha Bhakti, Tatha Deve Tatha Guru, Tasyete Kathitaya Artha Prakashante Mahatmana. So by serving the Lord and the Lord's representative, uh, this knowledge comes. This knowledge is not attained mechanically or materially, by efforts, self efforts. Because this is only when the spiritual master is pleased, he will transfer the entire knowledge automatically. There are in our Guru Parampara also we see not all the gurus were fully learned or literate, but despite that, because they had the full belief, and even Prabhupada used to say, we see that m- I may be imperfect, but since I am transferring the knowledge or the message of the perfect person, then whatever I am saying also is perfect. because we all in the preaching time also we are imperfect, but if we are passing on the same information, whatever is being passed on from the Guru Parampara, then that information will definitely make changes or the transform the audience if that is transparently passed on. So Guru is always a transparent medium, and through that this knowledge gets passed on. And Guru's mercy and pleasure is essential for this receiving knowledge through the descending process. Now, Vipad writes that this is not possible in the stages of direct or indirect perception of the knowledge. Both are not possible. Such knowledge is a special favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah, so special favor in terms why how it is possible that met a guru, or a guru is uh, coming into our life only after so many, but after uh, ब्रह्मांडे भ्रमिते कौन भाग्यवान जीव गुरु कृष्ण कृपा पाए भक्ति लता बीज. So this bhakti lata beej, this seed of devotional service comes only after wandering into this whole universe, like life after life, so many lifetimes we come across a guru, and this is because of the causeless mercy of the Lord. So we have that Bhakti Lata Beej. Then what is our duty is to preserve that, whatever that sapling that comes out of this creeper that comes out. So we have to prevent it from the weeds and the hati, which is a again anarthas in the form of Vaishnava Aparad or anarthas. Those come. Then this Bhakti Lata, that creeper, grows um, grows fast, and then by Shravan and Kirtan we have to do the its nourishment. So through Bhagavad Shravan or Kirtan or chanting of the holy name, we these are the two ways to nourish the Bhakti Lata, and one way to prevent it from the Vaishnava Aparad and the weeds which are of puja, la, pratishtha. All these are weeds we need to remove. So if we are able to do this, then that Bhakti Lata beej grows, that creeper grows faster, and it reaches even it pierces the Brahma Jyoti and goes up to the Lord's lotus feet. So because Dhruv Maharaj was a pure Bhagavat, he had followed the instruction of his spiritual master Narada Muni, and that led him to reach to the abode, which is not which is always uh, a part of the planet which is not uh, entered by so many yogis or jnanis or dhyanis, etc. So this is very, very difficult to attain, but Dhruv Maharaj attained it with the devotional services. So thank you very much. This much understanding I have for this two verses. And then we'll see that Dhruv Maharaj goes back to the God, to the Godhead, but not only he goes alone, he takes his mother also, because mother was also Suniti Mata was his Path Pradarshak Guru. She only gave that path of devotional service. If she had not given him, where can I find the Lord? That time Suniti Mata tells him that I have heard that you can get the bigger throne, bigger kingdom than the Brahma only by devotional service of the Lord. So, uh, because she had inspired Dhruv to go and please the Lord, so he remembers at that time, but uh, already it was arranged, and another airplane was arranged by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that Suniti Mata also travels ahead of Dhruv. So when he asks these Nand and Sunanda, they say that plane is already there, and both of them go back to the Godhead. So thank you very much. Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai. If you have any comments, suggestions, corrections, then or question, we can discuss.
Thank you, Shri Prabhu. Thank you for that wonderful explanation, Prabhu. I have a doubt, though it may not be directly related, but it was a part of your explanation that Mother Suniti also went back
Yes.
to the Lord's abode along
Yeah.
with Dhruv Maharaj.
Yeah.
So it also very clearly says that, clearly, shows that even Path Pradakshina Guru can go back because of the disciple. The disciple is great.
Yes, Prabhu. Because in Prahlad case also, Lord Narsingdev, he says that what to think of your one generation, your seven generation below and seven generation above, or sometimes they say 21 generation, are delivered because there is a devotee in that family. So Dhruv Maharaj, I mean, it may not be necessarily, again, it's a Kripa Shakti, but Dhruv Maharaj remembered at the time of departure. But so when he remembers, maybe because of that or because of her own credential, devotional services she performed, she got qualified. I am not fully aware of that. I have not read, but whatever I have read is only that since he remembers, then Vishnu Dutas, those Nand and Sunan, they say that another plane is already there, and she has already boarded that plane, which is ahead of you. And then he sees that Mata Suniti is also there. So, Pad Pradarshak Guru, whether necessarily he goes back to Godhead, I'm not really fully sure of. But through mercy, or I mean, if there is this qualification of the devotee who is remembering, I think the this desire also must have been there from the beginning, I think, in Dhruva Maharaj. And because of that, Lord will fulfill the desire of a pure devotee. Like in case of Arjuna also, in Kaunteya Parijanihi Mame Bhaktya Prerashyati. So whatever Lord will protect the words of the pure devotees. Right? Narada had um, Narada also Narad Muni is so many times just to keep the words of the pure devotee, Lord appears also sometimes. Like in Prahlad Maharaj also case, when Hiranyakashipu asks him that where is the Lord? So he says Lord is everywhere. So then he asks if he is there in this particular pillar. He says, yes, it is there. And just to keep that word of the devotee, Lord appeared from that particular pillar only as Narsinghdev. So probably that could be a reason that Dhruv Maharaj remembered, and Dhruv Maharaj, I think, wanted his mother also to be coming back to Godhead, because it was through her inspiration only he achieved this position. So for that reason, Lord had made that arrangement beforehand. This is my understanding, bro. And there may be
Yeah,
still.
very nice, Prabhu. No, very nicely and logically explained. So just to an add-on to the
Yeah.
question, just an add-on to it, saying that we should always be full of gratitude to those who helped us in our spiritual path. Very
Yes.
important. Whether it is our
Yes.
mother or whoever, we should
Yes.
be always grateful to them. That's important.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
This is a very nice point, Prabhu. The attitude of gratitude only takes us to higher platforms. Yes. Yes. And gratefulness is a very uh, one of the top qualities of a devotee, pure devotee or devotee even. I mean, grateful. Yes, every day we should be grateful to the Lord that we are living. We are able to breathe nicely. Well, yes. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So I think we can end this meeting. Thank you very much. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Vanch Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vancha kalpataru vaishya kripa sindhu vyavcha patitanam